Roe Green Village is a special conservation area in northwest London. To know it is to love it. Designed by architect Sir Frank Baines, Roe Green Village was completed in 1920 and the area is steeped in history. In 1968 it was designated a conservation area and often referred to as the jewel in Brent's crown. We are a strong and happy community in a unique area. We want to protect and preserve it. We've had some very famous visitors too. We have been consistent winners of Brent in Bloom. Our village nestles beside a park, thatched cottages and more hedges than the rest of Brent. What could possibly destroy this peaceful, safe and happy community? The central green area is Kingsbury High School playing fields. Goals propose to replace this with Plan 1, the installation of 10 artificial football pitches metres away from the back gardens of the village. The pitches of AstroTurf will sit on the clay soil and add to the existing flooding on the site, blocking natural drainage. AstroTurf provides no food, no shelter or water for existing wildlife. Then there's the alternative plan too. This time the bar and car park are close to the elderly residents of Cherry Tree Lodge. We feel safe in our neighbourhood, but our safety is undermined by this money-making corporate enterprise. None of us will be able to escape from the light and noise. We will all suffer.
I've lived and worked in Brent for 25 years and I love it here, and part of the decision to move here was living in a conservation area which I felt would be protected from some of the things that might encroach that would be unwelcome. I really support the idea of young people having something to do, and I don't think there is enough for them to do. So in terms of sport facilities, when I first heard about this I thought, well, this sounds like a reasonable idea, but I think it's all the stuff that comes with it, and this obviously isn't going to be a resource for the children or for the children in the local area who are the people that really need the resource. So I think having the sports facilities there in the day for younger people would be fine, but what I'm uncomfortable about is opening this up to all and sundry.
I am concerned about a licensed premises until 11 o'clock.
If there is a football club with the licensing hours, that I will be nervous. This village is quiet, it is safe. I will be so nervous. People come out of a club, they have a few drinks, which is great. I've got no problem with that.
Regarding the football pitch at the back of my garden, there's 10 football pitches, 80, I believe, car spaces, plus the overflow, because it won't let the people, you've got 10 pitches there, and you imagine the chaos in Stag Lane and Princess Avenue even. They'll have problems with parking. They can't park in Stag Lane, they can't park in Goldsmith Lane, so they've got to park somewhere else. It might be Princess Avenue.
We didn't move here to have aggravation.
Living in Brent, you see a lot of the old football pitches over the years have been developed. There's a lack of facilities in that direction, and the only option is to go and find your football in the week, five-a-side, floodlit five-a-side pitches, and whatever floodlit facilities you can find, and people will just flock to the place.
Football really, pitches or cricket or whatever it is, they should be located in areas where they are not nearby residential properties, where a resident lives, so they can sit in the evening at peace and get on with their lives and being affected by noise and all that sort of thing going on.
It would be a detriment to the area. We don't need the hassle with parking. We've got enough problems with the venue that is in Stad Gain. We do not need the noise.
It's only for football. Not everybody likes football, so it doesn't benefit everyone.
Football is a male-dominated sport. Goals Soccer Centres, a corporate enterprise, make it unaffordable to the local community. Goals will bring 10 artificial football pitches, 15-metre high floodlights, a fully licensed bar on school premises, increased traffic and parking problems, and whistles and foul language. Not to mention floodlights are not wildlife friendly, AstroTurf risk of flash flooding, noise pollution every day of the year, and highway pollution.
I think the main concern though is really the light, that for me, the light spillage that's going to come from the very tall lights that look like they're going to be situated down there. In terms of what that's going to do to the garden and our enjoyment of it, especially in terms of the wildlife, we're really lucky to get, you know, foxes and woodpeckers and all kinds of really nice creatures coming into the garden. So my concern would be the loss of that because of the light.
Because they propose to put artificial lighting, that will definitely have a negative effect on the wildlife in this area, particularly in regard to bats, which they're distracted by light, too bright lights, and it will also change their pattern of movement. And it will disrupt the flying pattern of insects as well, which will be drawn towards the light, which you might think would be an advantage, but actually it's a distraction, because bats from further away hunting in other areas, they'll lose their insects effectively.
Putting those pictures there, because we have a clear view, means we'll get full view of everything that's going on there, full view of all the pitches, and again particularly the light spillage will come directly through to our house.
I mean, whereas it's great from my point of view with football, I'd love to play under them lights because they're lights like daylight. But if you're trying to get to sleep, I should think it's a different kettle of fish.
Why do we need this?
It's the wrong facility in the wrong location. We can expect artificial football pitches, floodlights, a licensed bar, increased traffic and parking, referees whistle, foul language, noise, and a devalued community. Once it's gone, it's gone. For further information, contact www.roegreenvillage.org.uk.